Grace, Revati Raman Prabhu. You see, Revati Raman Prabhu, how many of you seeing him for the first time? Okay. You see, he was working in Malaysia, Singapore, and at one time he came across a Prabhupada's book in 1988. And that book touched him so much and transformed his heart. He thought, why am I wasting my time in industries? He's an engineer from Bangalore. And he decided to quit the job, come to India and take up preaching Krishna consciousness as his life and soul, goal of his life. So he was sent to Tirupati temple, Tirupati place where there was a piece of land. He started from the scratch. There was nothing there. In those days I used to see, he came up with the concept of a lotus temple, like a beautiful lotus in the pond. And the whole temple is on the lotus, that kind of design. So he made the huge, beautiful lotus temple, Radha Govind temple with Ashtasakis. Other than Sridham Mayapur, the only place you see Radha Krishna Ashtasakis is in Tirupati. See, everybody knows Tirupati Balaji. The whole world comes to Tirupati Balaji. And in that holy dham, he made this very beautiful holy abode of Radha Govind Mandir. And he started preaching very vigorously through that. They have book distribution, 3 shifts going on practically. One shift, one group of devotees go, they come back to the temple, then second shift devotees go, and then they come back and the third shift goes, like that 3 shifts of different devotees. Practically round the clock, somebody is distributing books, Prabhupada books there, because it's a Tirtha Sthan. Millions of people come there, and Prabhuji has made an arrangement to distribute Prabhupada's books, and only on Prabhupada's book distribution he built the whole temple. Actually, he made Prabhupada's statement true. Prabhupada said, distribute books, and from the profits of the books you can make a temple, and he really did that. Also, Prabhuji in the morning program, he gives a tremendous emphasis. He has made groups, Yudhishthira group, Bhima group, Arjuna group. So he would make circles of brahmacharis sitting, and in the center there will be name also. All Yudhishthira group devotees should sit in that circle. All the Bhima group will sit, Arjuna group will sit. So this he had instituted it decades before, and he had made a very strict policy. He would make sure, personally he would ring the bell and wake up everybody in the morning. And he will also come for the Mangala Arati. And he has been singing Mangala Arati and also Yashomati Nandan in the temple hall up to Guru Puja. Either he will give class or he will be attending class. The whole morning program he has been doing for decades. So I have been traveling to Tirupati and I have been watching his high spiritual standard. He also started the devotee care committee, where he took a very active part. He has a very big heart for taking care of Vaishnavas. And that is evident from his project which is coming up in Tirupati. Away from the temple there is a farmland where he wants to make a facility for some 100 or 200 Vaishnavas. Correct, na Prabhu? Yeah. 500. For 500 Vaishnavas. So he wishes to create a facility where Vaishnavas who have served ISKCON in various capacities all their life, the last part of their life they are immobile, they can't move much, so they can go there and stay and blissfully practice Krishna consciousness and leave their body and go back to Godhead. So he's creating a facility. So he not only talks about devotee care, he also practically is doing an initiative. So he had a Goshala, starting with 20-30 cows. Eventually the Goshala became 200-300 cows. So then he started one farm where he sent all these cows. Then another 200-300 have come now. Now he has 2-3 Goshalas now. So his Goshalas are increasing. He has a school which his wife is running very expertly, touching the temple. Next to the temple there's a school, and she is the main person who is running the school. And they have this Goshala, and they have this ashrama coming up for the older Vaishnavas. And the temple, not only the book distribution, the temple is also very famous for the boutique and all kinds of varieties of items distributed. And any time of the day you go, there are hundreds and thousands of visitors to the temple, and there is always kirtan going on. Morning he instituted after the Bhagavatam class every day, they have this Bhagavad Gita recitation, either one full chapter or half a chapter, and they sing it. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta jujutsava. Like this in tune. So he was telling all the visitors in South India are very fond of it. They sit down and hear. So he knows the mindset of the people visiting Tirupati, and in this way he has been very vigorously preaching. So he was born in the year 1956 in a Vaishnava, in a Sri Vaishnava family. And he did his engineering in Bangalore. In 1988 he was introduced. And in 1991 he took initiation from His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. And he resigned his job and devoted his whole life to spreading Krishna consciousness. And he served in the Bangalore temple, and after seeing the performance of the management, the ISKCON GBC gave him the temple presidentship in Tirupati in 1996. Since 1996, he has been developing the Tirupati to very great heights. In all the bureau meetings and GBC meetings and ICC meetings I have seen, any national activity comes, just like the Juhu temple and Delhi temple comes forward to donate funds. So he is the next temple, Tirupati temple. For example, Kumbh Mela, they will donate a big amount. Any such project comes in India, Prabhu is always very eager for donating funds for the national projects also. And he also has a big heart for welcoming GBC meetings and ISKCON leads meetings or bureau meetings in Tirupati. And in this way he has opened doors for everybody to come and take advantage of the temple facility. One last thing I would like to say is about our Kirti Gopal Prabhu in Pune. We have one Kirti Gopal Prabhu, and we also have Vasudev Krishna Prabhu. So Vasudev Krishna Prabhu, correct. You can stand up. You all may be knowing is Vasudev Krishna Prabhu. Kirti Gopal Prabhu is here? Yeah. Kirti Gopal Prabhu. So these two devotees were sent to Tirupati to assist Revati Raman Prabhu in youth preaching. So they are helping in SVUT, Sri Venkateshwara University and IIT and other colleges there. And there was one Lakshmipati Gaur Prabhu there in Tirupati. So these two devotees went and joined there about 4 years ago, 5 years ago? 5 years ago. And Revati Raman Prabhu is providing them very good facility for youth preaching, and it is booming now. Many students are becoming devotees there. I can sit down. So these devotees are very ecstatically situated, because you all know that Andhra Tirupati is a very spiritually ripe place, and Prabhuji is very eager for youth preaching. At one time Prabhuji organized an interview. Anybody in India wants to come here, take training and travel all over the world and become international preachers, youths, you can join. About 500 youths applied. And he conducted an interview and chose 100 of them. And then he trained them, and some of them have joined full time also. Prabhuji has very creative, innovative ideas like this. So I always quote his example. See, this man, he came to Tirupati and started from a scratch. Nothing was there. And people generally think that you have to be a brahmachari to do something very big. But you can see he has a wife and who is equally competent, like him. Mahishya Tulya Shilaya, Bhagavatam says. A wife is half of the body of the husband, so they both are doing wonders there. You should go and see. How many of you haven't been to Tirupati temple, Radha Govind temple till now? Definitely you should go. And Prabhu, you should meet Prabhuji there, you should go and watch how wonderfully he is doing. So, therefore ISKCON conferred upon him the governing body commissionership. Now he is a GBC of ISKCON also. Recently he was posted as a GBC in India. In India there are 8 GBCs, he is one of them. 8 GBCs. So he is one of my superiors from whom I draw a lot of inspiration. And I also take guidance. Whenever we want to manage our temple, we took a lot of guidance from him also. So let us welcome Sri Revati Raman Prabhu to Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra temple.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Radhesham Prabhu. Actually, he is my inspiration. If I start speaking his glories, I think not Bhagavatam class is not sufficient. I should go for the whole day, forget bureau meetings. I should sit down here and talk about him for the whole day. Such an amazing, marvelous Vaishnava, such an example for the whole world is. I draw inspiration from him. Whenever I see him, I become very happy. With all these wonderful achievements, he is so humble. I see him in every meetings, many places. Even today, he personally comes and serves the devotees. That's the mode of a Vaishnava. Serving. And very sweet. And philosophically very deep. Such wonderful, amazing qualities. Actually, I follow his feet and pray, even I develop some qualities like him. And also, today I am speaking Bhagavatam in front of my Shiksha Guru, Bhakti Purushottam Swami. And I draw a lot of inspiration from him also. Right from my younger days, I always see him and follow him, get inspired by him. He's sitting here, I'm a little bit nervous. Okay. We'll sing Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari, Jaya Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari, Jaya Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Raja Jana Rangana, Yashodanandana Raja Jana Rangana, Yashodanandana Raja Jana Rangana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srila Gurudev ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 3, Text number 6. Kintu Shastra Bhutvesyad Bahunam Iha Karminam Shastratvam Upacharohi Yata Mandala Vartina. Kintu Shastra Bhutvesyad Bahunam Iha Shastratvam Upacharohi Yata Mandala Vartina. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. With the time factor, I'm just moving forward. Translation. The Yamadutas continued. Since there are many different karmis or workers, there may be different judges or rulers to give them justice. But just as one central emperor controls different departmental rulers, there must be one supreme controller to guide all the judges. Purport. In governmental management, there may be departmental officials to give justice to different persons. But the last must be one, and that central law must control everyone. The Yamadutas could not imagine the two judges would give two different verdicts on the same case. And therefore, they wanted to know who the central judge is. The Yamadutas were certain that Ajamila was a most sinful man. But although Yamaraja wanted to punish him, the Vishnudutas excused him. This was a puzzling situation that the Yamadutas wanted Yamaraja to clarify. Om Ajnanatamandasya Jnanajanasalakaya Chakshurunmritamana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namani. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachani Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Deshatani. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. So I'm very glad here to be in Pune after must be 5 years, I think, 4 or 5 years. Last time Radheshyam Prabhu invited me. I stayed here for 3 days and he engaged me in different programs. I was very happy to be with him, taking his association, at the same time meeting so many young youth and discussing with them Krishna Katha gave a lot of pleasure to me, and always I remember, cherish those days. And here, Yamakinkaras or Yamadutas are confused because we are doing our job as per our authority, Yamaraja, to punish Ajamila, take him to hell and punish him. But who are these Vishnudutas? They are commanding something different from Yamaraja. They are confused. Authority should be one. There can be different authorities, but there should be one central authority. And our authority is Krishna. And from him comes the parampara, Guru Parampara. We should follow our Guru. Guru, Sadhu and Shastras. All these three things are coming from Krishna. Krishna is the order giver. And down the line, the parampara, order takers. That's why the parampara is so important. Authority means they should be connected to parampara. We take any instructions, we got to follow very carefully. Without authority, we cannot advance in spiritual life. It's not possible. By taking the instructions from Guru, Sadhus and Shastras, our consciousness blooms. Otherwise, consciousness doesn't bloom. And it will not stay neutral. Either it has to bloom or it has to shrink. There's nothing like neutrality. Oh, everything is okay. No, I can maintain like this. No. That's why hearing from the authority is so important. Like Tirupati is a dham. Vrindavan is a dham. Mayapur is a dham. Puri is a dham. A beautiful question asked by Jiva Goswami to Nityananda Prabhu. When Nityananda Prabhu took Jiva Goswami and Parikrama, Jiva Goswami with Nityananda Prabhu is just going around Mayapur Dham, and he questions, now the Mandala, and he questions Nityananda Prabhu, my Lord, how is that in Dham there's so many sinful people are there? How is that? It's a Dham. Dham is Vaikunta. In Vaikunta, how can there be any sinful people? I just don't understand. I'm puzzled, I'm baffled. Then Nityananda Prabhu smiles. Yes, Mayapur Dham, Navadvip is a Vaikunta. Vaikunta means no anxiety, only connected to Krishna, nothing else. It's a Dham. But these people, sinners, they are not in Dham. Their feet never touch the Dham. Their feet is situated on Jada Padartha, material nature. Their feet will never touch the Dham. So, Jiva Goswami questions again, my Lord, that means there's no way for them? There's no way for them? Yes, there is a way. Unless they come in touch with a pure Vaishnava. When he takes the instructions from the pure Vaishnava, then his anarthas will go away. His sinful activities will come down. Then slowly, over the time, his feet will touch the Dham as the anarthas are going away. So everybody has a chance, but they should be in touch with a pure devotee and hear from him. That's the parampara from our Guru, Srila Prabhupada, his Guru, Mahaprabhu, and finally Krishna. When we follow the instructions, then the purification takes place. Like, it's a marathon month, book distribution month. In the year 1974 or 76, I don't remember, I read a book, Godfather. You heard? Very famous book then. They made a film out of it, Godfather. The Hollywood film came out. That book you won't get. It's very difficult to get the book. So tough it is, because it was a blockbuster around the world. Something like 6 million copies sold out in 1 month. The famous stars, they made the movie, and the movie was a big hit. So then, in the normal life I was leading, what you call karmi life, I was desperate to get this book and read this book. I used to read a lot of novels. Voracious reader I was. I want to get this book and read, but very difficult. Then finally, one of my friends got the book with great difficulty. Then we, young boys, together, how to read this book, all want to read. Then we planned. For each person, one day we'll give. He has finished in one day. It went on turn, and my turn came. What book? The Godfather. My turn came, I got the book in the evening, and they said, there's too much demand, tomorrow morning you should give it. Can you believe it? Then I finished the work, everything. Around 9 o'clock I started the book, Godfather. It's thick. The author is Maria Puzo. This thick. It's a real story. How these dons, they control the mafia agents, how they control the world. With money, power, politics, how they control. It's about that. Very interesting. Don means the boss. And then I started around 9 o'clock. The night, morning 4 o'clock I finished. This big book, I finished it. That time no glasses and all. This young boy, I just did the whole thing, I finished it, and I was so happy. That's all. I gave the book back to my friend. And it went on rounds. Then we started discussing about Godfather, this incident, that incident, so much, But what happened? Nothing happened in my life. I was same. There's no change at all. Same thing, sukha and dukkha. Getting battered in the middle world. Then, 1988, I got a book. Science of Self-Realization. I got a book because I saw one small documentary on Ramanujam in the TV, the greatest mathematician from South India. I got so inspired by his mood and devotional attitude. A great mathematician, one of the best mathematicians in the world, Ramanujam. Even today, all the mathematicians, they know about him. All the students, they know about him. So it was a documentary about that. After that, because he says, my life is Bhagavad Gita. Then I thought, my God, I am reading so many books. I have not read Bhagavad Gita. Because Ramanujam says in that book, when he goes to the West, in London, he's very sick in the hospital, seeing that culture of the West, he falls sick. He's a Shivaishnava. So in the hospital, he's sitting in his room and reading a book. Then the famous mathematician in the world, Mr. Hare, walks in. It's a very big story, I cut short. He walks in, he'll ask Ramanujam, Ramanujam, what are you reading? And Ramanujam says, sir, I am reading about God. Oh, I see. What God says in that book? And Ramanujam says, God says, life is zero. Oh, I see. What do you mean life is zero? Ramanujam says, birth, death, old age, disease. Birth, death, old age, disease. Oh, I see. Interesting. Is something like Bible? Yes, sir, it is something like Bible. But the philosophy here is much deeper than the Bible. Oh, what book is that? Sir, it is Bhagavad Gita. And he tells Mr. Hare, sir, this book Bhagavad Gita is my life. Without this Bhagavad Gita, sir, I will die. Oh, I see. Then Hare says, I should read that book. Then that hit me like a sledgehammer on my head. I thought, I have not read Bhagavad Gita. I am reading so many books, so many novels. I should read Bhagavad Gita. That night I ran into the puja room in Bangalore. In the puja room, the small Bhagavad Gita was there. I brought it on. It was in Kannada. My first language is English. So Kannada I was finding it very difficult to understand, though it was my second language. I could not relish it. Next day I told my friend, get me on Bhagavad Gita in English, a good edition. And the next day he got me Science of Self-Realization. He said, you read this. I said, no, I don't. I don't want this. I want Bhagavad Gita. He said, you read this will prepare you to read Bhagavad Gita. I was not happy. What is this fellow? Prepare me to read Bhagavad Gita. Give me Bhagavad Gita, I'll read it. Like any novel. That was the mood. Right? Nobody taught us how to read the Shastras, how to approach the scriptures. We just read casually. Like mathematics, 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4.01. Is it correct? Come on, little, no? It's not a big deal. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4.01. It's okay. So we compromise. But in the mathematics, we don't compromise. But in the scriptures, we compromise. Casual reading. Scriptures should be studied very carefully, slowly, with a lot of intensity. That's what Srila Prabhupada desired, how to study the scriptures. So I got the Science of Self-Realization. He said, you read. I brought it 4 days, I never touched the book also. One day, evening I came from the company. Should I go outing, or sit and read some book? Okay, today a bit tired, I'll sit and read some book. I had a few books with me. And then I thought, this new book. I thought, oh, my friend gave, this will prepare me for Bhagavad Gita. Let me read. Before reading, right, any book, we just see front, we see back. Then we browse the pages and see. I stopped somewhere. And then I read, let me see what kind of language, what the author says. I read. All cannot understand Krishna consciousness. When you take the diamonds and throw it in front of a pig, a swine, the swine will never understand diamonds. This swine will run behind the stool. He'll never understand diamonds. I kept the book down. My God. Solid slap on my face. What a slap. Oh my God. I have not come across any book like this. Straight forward. Straight on the head. Straight arrows through my head. All damaged. I thought, my God, who is this person? I closed the book, looked at the Prabhupada, he's standing, the green shawl like this, with a bead bag. I thought, my God, who is this person? And I should read this book. Godfather I read, right? And I read. Same around 9 o'clock I started. Morning 4 o'clock I finished it. Then I started chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Not full mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. I took bath, everything all dressed up and all. 6 o'clock I left for the company. On the bike, I had the crash helmet, chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Just chanting these words. When I reached my company, I was in bliss. Oh my God, what's happening? What is this experience? That's the effect of Srila Prabhupada books. When you read very carefully, intensely, making notes, everything carefully, you will see the results. I saw that experience. Even today I'm fighting to experience that. I'm not getting it. Because so much of management. You see? So I was so happy. Then I told my friend, hey, I read the book. You read the book? Yes, I read the book. How do you find it? It's fantastic. And I started chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. They said, no, you should chant the full mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then I got this mantra. Then I started chanting 2 rounds. Then my friend took me to Bangalore temple. I saw the deities Krishna Balram. First time I heard Govinda Madhapurusham, I was baffled. What is this, my God? It's better than any rock music. I was using rock music. It's better than any rock music. Govinda Madhapurusham, the way it's been sung, and the mood, the quality, Then I got the mala. I was told by the authorities there, chant like this. Then I took the mala, came home, went to the terrace, my terrace, Bangalore, and I started chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. I chanted 8 rounds. And I was light. I thought I can fly. Why I became light? What's happening? My God, This mantra is working like anything. What is this mantra? I was become light. Why? The mind became light. The mind becomes light, body becomes light. The mind is heavy. Oh, life is heavy. Manam param karanam samsara chakra parivadyat yat. Avanti Brahmana says, is all this mind. Nothing else in this world. This mind puts me down, catches me in this samsara chakra. I've been caught by this mind. Not anybody else, not anything else, this mind. So the mind became light, as cool and calm. My God, is working. Believe it or not, I was 8 rounds I finished, climbing down the steps from the terrace, climbing down the steps. I never climbed down the steps, I glided. I was gliding. Gliding. Oh my God, I'm gliding. I thought I'm an angel. Came down, went to the room, everything and all. Then, again I realized I'm not an angel, I'm a man. So that is the power of Srila Prabhupada's books and the name. Holy name of the Lord. And recently I told my Guru Maharaj this story. What happened in Tirupati some years back. My Guru Maharaj is Jayapataka Swami. I told him, he was very happy. Immediately he told in the social media, it went everywhere. So in Tirupati, years back, well, as Radhashyam Prabhu said, we got many places where we distribute books. Today. And in the temple also we had a bookstore distributing books. One old man came running. He was in great anxiety. Please give me Bhagavad Gita. Please give me Bhagavad Gita. I want Bhagavad Gita. And devotee was shocked. Nobody asked like this. No, right? None of us asked. Give me Bhagavad Gita. I want Bhagavad Gita. That guy is full of anxiety, enthusiasm. Please give me Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. Devotee gave the Bhagavad Gita to him and he immediately opened the book and started reading Bhagavad Gita. Then one of our brahmacharis asked, Sir, you are from where? I am from Tirupati only. Where do you stay? Nearby the temple. How come you are so interested in Bhagavad Gita? I am really inspired. I want to know how come you are so curious to read Bhagavad Gita. He said, 2 days back I died. 2 days back you died? How is that you are here? He was little, but is there a man or a ghost or who is he? 2 days back you died, sir? Yes, I died. How you died? I died. What happened then? I died and I was taken by few people, very awkward looking people. Ajamila story. I was taken to a place. The place was dark. I could not see much, but I could see somebody saying, you have brought the wrong person. You have brought the wrong person. He is not the one. You are supposed to bring from another area, different street. Why you brought him? And these people, okay, sorry sir, something like that. And they bring him down. While coming, this Amakinkaras told, you go to, there's a temple there, ISKCON. You go there, HareKrishna temple is there. You go, ask for Bhagavad Gita. Read Bhagavad Gita, again it will not come to you. Can you imagine? You will not see us. This happened after Ajamila fasting. They all became precious. Yavadutas, they became precious. Now the competition between us and them. Who is doing better? And yes, I'll read Bhagavad Gita. He said, they left him and went away. And suddenly this person got up from there. He started moving his hands and he was tied to that coffin. He started moving his hands and all started running hither thither. This is why we thought he's dead, he's come back. And he said, I'm okay, please untie me. They untied him, he got up. What happened? He told the story to them and he took bath and ran to the temple. Came to our temple, took Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada ki jai. That is Prabhupada. That is our parampara. You see. Like this, there are so many stories out there on book distribution. By distributing books, we please a pure devotee, a Mahabhagavata. By following his instructions, we purify ourselves. Life becomes very auspicious and fearless. This place very inauspicious. Material world is very inauspicious place. But following a pure devotee of the Lord, life becomes very auspicious. This place is full of fear, bhaya. But following a pure devotee becomes akuta bhaya, no fear. Sadishino hi ayam loke, panta kshema akuta bhaya, sushila sadhava yatra narayana parayanaha. How one can be safe and without fear can lead a good life here, full of auspiciousness. Sushila sadhava yatra, a sadhu is sushila with good behavior. When the people come here, they see the temple, they become very happy. They see the deities, they become very happy. But Prabhupada says, more than the deities, on the temple, they see devotees' behavior, how they behave. When they see devotees' behavior, they become more happy. So Prabhupada says, temple means deities and devotees together. That is temple. Just deities is not temple. Just devotees is not temple. Deities and devotees together chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That makes the temple. Panta, Kshema Akutabhaya, Panta, follow the path of these devotees who behave very nicely. Sushila, behave very nicely, as per the scriptures. Sadhava yatra Narayana Parayana, because he is always conscious of Krishna, Narayana. So take his footsteps, then your life becomes very auspicious and without fear. Sushila Sadhava yatra Narayana Parayana, Kshema, Panta Kshema Akutabhaya, auspicious Akutabhaya, no fear. In this world, one can lead a life like that when you follow an authority, a spiritual authority, who is connected to Parampara. This is very important. I heard a story from Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj some years back. Again connected to Yama and death. You like? No. If you like death, I'll tell the story. How many of you like death? How to get away from death, how many of you like? How to get away from death. That should be our goal. No more birth and death. So I heard from Maharaj. I hear many stories from him. Something exclusive stories, yes. Of course, he tells in a very humorous and beautiful way. I'll try to imitate him, follow him. I cannot tell like that. Everybody has their own style. Maharaj has got a very humorous style. So, once Vyasa Maharishi's grandfather, he came to Vyasa Maharishi and told, my dear grandson, I've become old, I'm going to die. I'm scared of this death, I'm afraid. You stop this death. Vyasa Maharishi says, that's not possible, my dear grandfather. Everybody has to die in this material world. Nobody can escape death. No, I know who you are. You're a very powerful person. You're an ordinary person. You can do anything you want. Please, please, please. No, that's not my department. I cannot. Anyway, I'll try to help you out. Let's go and discuss this with Yamaraja. So takes his grandfather, Vyasa Maharishi takes his grandfather to Yamaraja, Yamaloka. And tells Yamaraja, he's my grandfather. He doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to die. How we can help him? How we can help him? And Yamaraja says, no, I can't do anything. I simply follow the Kala Purusha. When the time comes, he has to change the body. I follow the Kala, the time. Kala Purusha. Okay, let's go to Kala Purusha. From Yamaraja's office, they go to Kala Purusha's office. He has a separate office. Vyasa Maharishi, grandfather, his grandfather, and Yamaraja. They all three go to Kala Purusha. And Yamaraja tells, he is Vyasa Maharishi's grandfather, he doesn't want to die. What you can do? How you can help him? And Kala Purusha says, I can't do anything. I simply follow the book, Agrasandhini. The book name is Agrasandhini. We all have that book. Everything is recorded. My good and bad, everything is recorded in that book, Agrasandhini. And the book is maintained by Chitragupta. Come on, let's go to Chitragupta. Let's go to Chitragupta. They all go to Chitragupta. Who is that? Vyasa Maharishi, grandfather, Yamaraja, Kala Purusha. They all go to Chitragupta's office. The Yamaraja says, he's the elderly person, he's Vyasa Maharishi's grandfather, he doesn't want to die. And I checked with Kala Purusha, he says, it's you write everything in the book. So what, you can just check the book? Then Chitragupta says, yes, I'll see the book. And he opens the Agrasandhini. We should be very careful. Oh, nobody is seeing me, I can do this activity. Nobody is seeing, I can see some dirty film. Nobody is seeing, I can do this activity. It is recorded in Agrasandhini. Who does it? Paramatma. Without the Lord, nothing can happen. Adhishthana tada karta. Daivam chaivatra panchamam. But every activity, good or bad, Lord should be there because nothing moves without Him. But it's neutral. But if the devotee, he is with the devotee. Samoham sarvabhutishu namideshitana priya. Ye bhajanti tam muktam bhaktya maiteshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But those who render service unto me, ye bhajanti tumam. He is my friend and I am his friend. He is in me, I am in him. You see. So can you check up? And Chitragupta takes the book and sees Vyasa Maharishi grandfather. And he says, he is not going to die. He is not going to die. Vyasa Maharishi grandfather will never die. And immediately grandfather starts jumping, Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. No death for me. Very happy, all are happy. Fine, you're not going to die. Vyasa Maharishi says, oh, grandfather, you're not going to die. Chitragupta says, so, the book, there's no death for you. Oh, my God. And they all come out. They're crossing the threshold. Chitragupta says, 1 minute, hold on. Something is written at the down note, small note. What is that note? Down. Actually, he's not going to die. And he says, when Yamaraja and the Kala Purusha, Chitragupta, Vyasa Maharishi, and Vyasa Maharishi's grandfather, they all come together, he dies. And even the grandfather fell down and died. So he brought the death. He brought the death and nobody can escape death. You got my point? You clear? You got me? So nobody can escape death. He brought death. This is a story I heard from Maharaj. So like that. You see. Simply you got to follow Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. It says authority. Ultimate authority is Krishna. Lord says, you follow me. If you don't follow me, if you don't listen to me, you're lost. Machitta sarva durgani. Mat prasadat tarishyasi. Atashyatvam ahankara nashoshasi vinakshasi. I can remove all your problems. I can remove all your problems. Durgani. We all have unlimited problems. Machitta sarva durgani. When you are conscious of me, Machitta, Krishna conscious. Machitta sarva durgani. Mat prasadat tarishyasi. By my prasada, by blessings, by my grace, I can remove all your problems. But don't act with ahankara. What's the ahankara? I am the doer. I can do many things. I can do this, I can do that. Keeping the Lord away, keeping the Guru away. I can do it. I achieved it. Atachatum ahankara. If you act in ahankara, na shosasi, if you don't listen to me, vinakshasi, you are lost. You are lost in the samsara chakra. So like that. You know. So this Ajamila pastime is so wonderful. Amazing pastime to learn lessons. How one should be very careful. He was a devotee. Shruti Sampanna he was. He knew all the Vedas. He used to chant the Vedas. But he saw the woman one time, again second time, and he registered it. He registered here. Right? This is what happens with us also. We keep on seeing in the mind. That is very dangerous. That's possible. How to eradicate it? By hearing. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smarana. Constantly one has to hear the holy name of the Lord and Lord's glories. You know. Always. Lord's Nama Rupa Guna Leela. We have to hear regularly from authorized devotees. Then the purification happens. By following a spiritual authority, we develop his qualities. By following a Vaishnava, we develop the Vaishnava qualities. Utsaha nischya dhyayat. Tat tat karma pravartanat. Sangat tyago satavita sadbhit bhakti prasatyati. Who was Mrugari? Good for nothing he was. A wild person, hunter, half killing the animals. But he simply followed Narada Muni. Chant Hare Krishna. What happened to my food? I'll send you, don't worry. I'll send you, you chant Hare Krishna. And break the bow. Break the bow? My food. Don't worry, you break it. My food? I'll send you. You break it. And Mrugari broke it. The moment he broke, what happened? He got initiated. Like that, we may take the initiation, but we don't break it. Keeping all the desires as it is. I take initiation from Guru, I keep the desires as it is. My material desires, I keep it and chant Hare Krishna also. But Mrugari never did that. Break the bow, he broke everything. All the material desires, everything. Go to Ganges with your wife, sit there in front of Tulsi Devi, chant Hare Krishna. Food, I'll send you. He followed his Guru as it is. He went with his wife. He sat there, started chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Food he never contemplated. Prasadam time. Still he's not come. Where is the carrier? He's not come, Or go to the side behind the hut, cook some food. No, nothing. Faith in Narada Muni's words. I'll send you. You chant. No side cooking. No khichdi. Nothing. But we got unlimited prasadam. What I should do? He asked not what I should so much. How much you want to take it? Rest you give it. Atyahara, no atyahara. He followed as it is. What happened? And a horrible person like Mrugari became Mahabhagavata. When Narada Muni and Parvati Muni came, he saw them and he's chanting. How he was chanting? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Crying, jumping, dancing, rolling like a madman. He and his wife both. In ecstasy. So Parvati Muni said, what have you done with him? My God, what you have done? Look at him. He's in trance. No modes at all. Purely in Krishna conscious. Look at him. What have you done, Narada Muni? You are a touchstone. You are the real touchstone you are. So like that, Prabhupada, our Guru, Prabhupada, they are all touchstones. And follow the instruction, we will become touchstone. When you follow as it is. The Prabhupada says Bhagavad Gita as it is. Hare Krishna mantra as it is. Morning program as it is. Mangalarti as it is. No late. You know why? Dwarka Mahatma says, before the curtain opens, those who stand there, Lord sees all of these people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All the names are okay. Immediately, Mat Prasadat Tarishyasi, he gives the mercy. Sometimes you are late, that's okay, not regular. And the devotee, the way you're dancing, you're not dancing. Again, Dwarka Mahatma says, every step of a devotee, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare, every step, it will remove the inauspiciousness of the universe. Not my inauspiciousness, not my temple or this area, no. Entire universe. There's the power of the holy name and devotee blissfully chanting and dancing in front of the deities. Even that's mentioned, deities, in front of my deities. What's the time? It's time? I should, it's there, Acha. So I'll stop here. I have many things to say. Next time, when I come, we'll discuss more. So, if you have one question, you can ask me, or a comment, welcome. Maharaj can make a comment. You know, what are the mistakes I've done, he knows.
10 years before, I went to Tirupati, Revati Raman Prabhu's temple. I was staying for a few days. That time, I don't know what is happening today. No Mangalarti, no Prasad. And interestingly, if you go after Sansar Davanal starts, then one sabji less you will get. After Sansar Davanal finish, when Mahamantra starts, you go, one sabji dal less you will get. And interestingly, he was also following that. If he happens late, he was also following that. I was so impressed to see everything. He's a Grihastha devotee. That time he had 120 brahmacharis. The brahmacharis were like treating like Gurudev. Even is Grihastha. And every day, he was telling me, every day 1 hour he will bring one brahmachari, speak to that brahmachari, 1 hour. That time, now I don't know what he's doing. Like this has 60, 70 brahmacharis, 1 hour he will speak to one brahmacharis. So very, very exemplary. So especially when I see the institution has grihastha, like Revati Man Prabhu and brahmachari Radhesham Prabhu, I feel very secure to be in this institution. And I tell all of you that by being in ISKCON, you should also feel very secure. Very secure. When such dedicated, such sincere Grihastha brahmacharis that we have, we should not feel any time in our life we will be cheated. That much I can tell you. Then second point is about Vasudeva's grandfather. Actually, when first he went to meet Yamaraj, Yamaraj told, you go to Mahakala Purusha. Then grandfather told Yamaraj, you please come with me. You can speak few words on my behalf, you know. Then Yamaraj felt obligated, Vasudeva's grandfather calling, so he accompanied. And Mahakala Purusha said, I cannot do anything, you have to go to Chitragupta. Then grandfather told Mahakala Purusha, you please come with me. So you can speak few words on my behalf. So finally they went, and as Prabhu said, then Chitragupta said that he has no death. There is no death in his life. Wow, very happy. Oh, wait a minute. He will die only when Mahakala Purusha, Yamaraj, Vasudeva comes together. And he died on the spot. The point here is, he had no death. But he went and called his death. He collected. And that is what is happening in our life. Each and every endeavor in our life to stop death means we are calling death. Isn't it? Everything that we do, we are simply inviting death. So death is inevitable. There is a debate on everything, but one topic not debate. That is death. That's why even in the Karmi world also they say, as sure as
Death.
death. Death is not ordinary subject matter. Krishna is death, is not it? I am death, mrityu sarvaharasam. So I am death, he is in form of death. So either Krishna is very merciful, he is saying, everyone will take my darshan. My devotee will get my darshan, even if you don't become my devotee, you will get my darshan also. Oh, I have no time, I have so much duty, this, that, I cannot go to temple to take darshan. Oh, you can't come to my temple? Be in your house, I will go to your house, I will give my darshan. So one day, the Krishna will come in the form of death. Then we can't say, I have so much duty. Now please wait, I have to take my last cigarette now. No, you have to go immediately. So that's why we will see, everybody will see God, but devotees will see the beautiful Samasundar form, non-devotee will see the ghastly form of death. Jasla Prabhupada ki.
Okay, we'll close. Darshan Prabhu.
One question you can take.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the class. Prabhuji, you said that we should not compromise in reading scriptures. We should not compromise in reading scriptures. So how can we ensure that we are not compromising?
When you hear a class, read a scripture, always you should have a book, make notes. Prabhupada said, in Kali Yuga, memory is writing. You cannot keep it, don't remember. Make notes. Very carefully, what to read paragraph, make notes. Similarly, when you hear the class also, Prabhupada class, your Guru's class, make notes. You can refer it again, that will help you. Not that I just read casually, like a novel. But because Prabhupada gave me a slap on my face when I took that book, such a heavy statement, I read very carefully. I read Godfather book very carefully. What happened? Nothing happened. I was seeing. But Prabhupada's book I read one night. Godfather also one night I spent. Prabhupada's book also one night I spent. What happened? I read 35 years back. No looking back. Trying my best to be with devotees and Krishna. Okay?
Hare Krishna. So we want to thank Revati Raman Prabhu for such a sweet lecture. Whenever he came to Pune, this is the way he gives lectures, how nectarian it is. He speaks very nice pastimes. If he opens his mouth about Balaji, he can tell you thousands of pastimes. So if any of you is going to Tirupati in a group, if you tell him in advance, then he will narrate many, many pastimes of Balaji. And I also use some of his stories I've heard from him from Tirupati in my Spurti camp and other lectures also. So let us thank him with very loud Hari Bol. So two very important announcements for which I will request you to wait. One is regarding the regional youth festival going to happen in March 10, 11, 12 in Tirupati. We will have one important announcement because Prabhu has a very good relation with the TTD. So the TTD is taking the responsibility for the funds for the program, and so they will be arranging accommodation, prasad, everything free for the youth who are coming for that. So Antati Prabhu is going to make an announcement regarding the same. Before that, I have one more small quick announcement. His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj, he started this ISKCON India Tribal Care. So you can go to one website called indiatribalcare.org. indiatribalcare.org. So some of you may be thinking of going for UPSC, especially because those who are thinking of going for UPSC or the state level also, their mind is how to make this nation a better nation and protect India, protect the culture of India. You have some feeling for India. So those who have that type of mindset, or if any of you are very worried about the mass scale conversion happening. Based on that, people are drinking, smoking and degrading their culture and ruining themselves with bad habits and all. Some of you may have burning concern in your minds. So then you might consider offering your support to this India Tribal Care. And Maharaj's main area is the north east. If you see Mizoram and other places. In those villages, if you go with the ISKCON bus for distributing books, at the entrance of the village only they will stop you. They will say, no, it's all Christianized, fully Christian, and you cannot come inside. You can't show any book to anybody. So the whole northeast belt is converted villages. So if you want to be a part of ISKCON Tribal Care, not only in northeast we want, in Hyderabad, Andhra also around that there are a lot of tribal areas. Assam also there are a lot of tribal areas. If any of you is specifically interested in helping in preaching to the tribals, Maharaj has that website, you can go through it. Today night between 8 to 9, Maharaj said he is available in the guest house. And Antardi Prabhu, if you give your name, maybe whichever number of youths want to meet Maharaj and ask more questions regarding IndiaTribalCare.org. Maharaj will tell you more about it. One of our very brilliant students from IIT Kharagpur called Mukundalila Prabhu, who did his PhD from Australia, Melbourne. So when he came back from Melbourne, now he is assisting in this India Tribal Care. And you know what he is doing? He is taking the tribal children and training them and bringing them to IIT, and they will become IITians, and then they will go back to tribal areas and become preachers. And Mukundalila Prabhu is a very, very great scientific preacher. He is also helping in Boston, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Preaching also is led by him, Mukundalila Prabhu and the Calcutta team. So he is one role model example I am telling you. Maharaj is very happy with him. So if any of you also wish to assist in your own places in tribal care, then all over India we can have a network of tribal, because the government of India has chosen two organizations. One is ISKCON, another one is Ramakrishna Mission. They call it as a FOT, Friend of Tribals. So in that ISKCON also is given an opportunity. So Maharaj is leading that initiative. If anybody is interested, today 8 o'clock, Antadi Prabhu, you can give the name, and they will arrange a meeting in the guest house, because Maharaj is going back tomorrow by noon time. He has to go back. So today is the only time slot he has, 8 to 9, you can meet. And Revati Raman Prabhu is putting up a festival, a regional youth festival. It is his heart always to do such big programs. Now he will tell you more about details. Welcome. You can announce about it. Yeah, you can carry on. Thank you very much to all the...
Hare Krishna, so we are
One minute. Thank you very much for all the wonderful devotees present here. We'll meet again. Hare Bol. Prabhupada ki jai. I have to rush for the meetings, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we wanted to also appreciate how actually we have, as a IIYC, ISKCON India Youth Council, now we are also organizing programs where the youth, devotee youth of different regions like South India, North India can come together. So this regional youth festival will happen in this time Tirupati, and by the efforts of HSK Revati Raman Prabhu, because of that the TTD agreed to sponsor all the darshan, the accommodation places and the program place. So we wanted to really appreciate Prabhuji. So we chant one loud Hari Bol for Prabhu. Hari Bol! So 10th, 11th, 12th April, 10th, 11th, 12th March it is. So those who are in the South India region, they can take the benefit of this wonderful festival we will be organizing in Tirupati. Please keep your dates marked. 10th, 11th, 12th March. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. No, they will get, the preachers will be communicated the festival, they will register for the festival. Yes, they can join for that. Thank you. The darshan is sponsored, they will all get darshans. Yes. So now it is 9:20, we can come back at 10:35 to the respective venues. Hare Krishna.